Welcome into Around the Felt. We got our Week 4 recap, episode number 17. Here with me today is my co-host, the Glizzy Gladiator, Colin Tong, and I'm Reagan Loescher. But why am I calling him that? For those of you maybe first-time listeners, this guy decided he was going to bet me on the Giants and the Seattle game this past week. Him, being the Giants fan, took the side of the Giants. Me, not being the Giants fan and just a smart NFL fan, said, hey, I think Seattle's going to win. This Giants team sucks. And what did they do? They sucked last night. And what's he going to be doing? Well, he's actually just going to be sucking down glizzies. 9 of them, in fact.
Tomorrow I will be sucking down 9 glizzies, 9 beers, in 9 innings. I am not looking forward to it. And what makes it 10 times worse, Reagan, is that it was my own team that let me down.
Yeah, it sucks.
I was there watching it, and as each waning moment went by, I was like, God damn it. I better get my throat ready because I'm going to have to down a lot of glizzies.
Can you maybe do a little demonstrations for those watching on YouTube of how you get your throat ready for something like that?
No. I think we should avoid that, but...
No. Come on. Show it to the fans at home.
That's not happening. But yeah, we'll get into my Giants. They really fucked me, to say the least. So...
Well, now you get to fuck on some dogs.
Yeah, I'm just... My biggest mental battle right now is debating whether or not I put ketchup on them or not, if I just go raw dog.
You guys let us know in the comments. If more people say ketchup, then he eats it with ketchup.
Relish?
Yeah.
No. I don't like
fans
relish.
pick the
I don't like
condiments.
mustard.
The fans pick the condiments.
No. That was never part of the deal. I'm either going raw dog or I'm going with ketchup.
So you hate our fans?
What about mayo?
Yo, all right, we're going too far. But all right, let's get into the NFL news after a pretty crazy week 4. A lot of blowouts. We'll start with the quarterbacks. Herbert fractures a finger on his left hand, but he's not expected to miss any time.
Yeah, that's really, yeah.
They do have a bye this week, so that helps. But he was able to come back into the game, and he still did his thing. I mean, he looks good every week. I love him in that offense.
Well, I wouldn't say every week. He looks good, but still. Good week for Herbert.
So far this year, he's looked good every week.
Mm-hmm.
You disagree?
I just think you're treating Justin Herbert like you're treating those hot dogs. I think you love him a little too much.
I do have an MVP future, so
yeah.
I'm digging it. 2-2.
Okay, all right.
I'll take it. Other quarterback news, Kenny Pickett hurts his knee. Looks like he avoided a long-term injury, though, which is big for Steelers fans.
Yeah, that is big. And with the whole Pickett thing, I mean, I don't know if they'll hold him out this week.
I think he's questionable right now.
I would imagine if they're smart, they'll hold him back. I mean, that's kind of why you pay a guy like Trubisky a little bit more to come be your backup quarterback. But, I mean, that Steelers team did not look good, but we can get into that a little bit more later.
They got their ass whooped by Houston. Yeah. Houston looks like a new team, man. I have their under 6.5, and I'm not feeling very good about that one.
No, I wouldn't be.
In other unfortunate injury news, Matthew Judon hurts his biceps, out at least 2 months.
They said indefinitely. I think he's out for the year.
I mean, when you tear your biceps, I'd be surprised.
Both biceps?
I'd be surprised.
Like plural?
No, it's just like the bicep tendon.
Because on top of that, they lost Christian Gonzalez too, so you think this defense is going to take a big hit. They're both out indefinitely right now. So
I mean, Judon had 15 and a half sacks last year?
The offense looks terrible, so what do you think this Patriots team is going to be at the end of the year? If there's like 3 games left and they're already eliminated, why would you even risk bringing him back?
Yeah, no shot.
So
no
I
shot.
Think he's done for the year.
Yeah, that's a huge loss for the Patriots.
Unless they can figure it out and manage to right the ship, make it.
No. Sorry, Paul, but your Pats are not making it.
Sorry, Keller.
Yeah. Other news, Chase Claypool will remain away from the team until a trade materializes.
I don't even know if that's breaking news, to be honest, at this point. I mean,
the guy sucks.
Yeah.
I got in an argument with a friend, shout out Walmart. He's saying, oh, that'd be huge for the Giants. He'd be their number 1. I'm like, no, he wouldn't be. The guy is terrible. He's a waste of talent. There's a clear attitude problem. He doesn't put the effort out in the field. Like, would he be the most talented? Perhaps.
Would he be the one for the Giants? No. I mean, if you guys give up a 7th for him, I guess it's not a bad move. I see where he's coming from.
We don't have a 7th.
I don't even know. If he gets cut,
that's the
you
thing.
Go pick him up.
Who's going to take on the $2.2 million cap hit for this season when teams are fighting against the cap and you want to have flexibility to maneuver throughout the rest of the season when it seems like the Bears are going to let him go if they can't find a trade partner.
They have so much cap anyway.
That's
so
obvious.
Yeah,
they have no leverage.
Yeah.
So everyone's going to be like, all right, Bears, we're not going to help you out. Let's see him clear waivers.
Mm-hmm. Somebody will pick him up.
Someone will. Someone will take the shot, but...
Well, you guys will have... Since you guys are one of the worst teams, you'll have your crack at him if you want him.
No, they won't. They're not going to do that. He's
right.
they got rid of Tony for locker room problems. They're not going to bring in a guy like Claypool as similar. kind of off the field.
Yeah, we'll see.
Shit like that. I don't know. I just don't find it likely. And then guys coming back from injury, Jonathan Taylor expected to practice tomorrow, Wednesday.
Huge for those.
Huge for fantasy. You know, I have him stashed.
We've seen Zach Moss look really good in this offense so far. And
he did.
Jonathan Taylor's a lot better than Zach Moss.
A lot better. Cooper Kupp should also be returning to practice this week. Also big for my fantasy team. I'm excited to see these guys get back on the field. I mean, it'll be.
Oh, the team that you're 0-4 on.
Dude, I don't even want to get into it, bro. No one cares about my fantasy team, so I'm not going to talk about it, but it's the most absurd 0-4 team you've ever seen in your life. I'll just say that.
Yeah, I'd say that too if I was 0-4.
It's absurd.
But lucky for me, in my fantasy teams, you guys don't care about it. I'm not 0-4 in all of them, so seems like a problem that you like to have and I don't need to have.
I mean, if you want to put it that way, clearly I'm not happy about it, so I don't know what the fuck that means.
You seem very happy.
All right, Joe, can we get into questions, please? Because this guy's pissing me off already.
Let's get right into it.
Oh, I'm sure you'll get pissed off after these questions.
Oh, God.
I already took a look at them.
All right, so we're going to start off with Chaz. And yeah, Reagan was right. He's not going to be happy because is Colin going to get a win in fantasy this year even after fucking me over?
Wow.
He's talking about the trade that I got Kelsey in. I mean, I have Glenn this week, so I should win. But I've been saying that I should win, but Glenn actually is the worst team. Maybe Coco, I don't know. But, I mean, I hope I win this week. I hope I don't go winless. It'd be absurd.
Reagan, anything to add?
I don't know, Charlie. Just stop letting him take advantage of you.
Okay, his next question is, how can the Giants become a well-rounded crew and start off games faster?
Well, that's a multi-part
This season it's going to be tough. I mean, your line sucks, and it's not like you're going to go out and get anybody. Like, if there was anyone better than what you had, they'd already be on an NFL roster.
They just signed Justin Pugh today.
Yeah, Justin Pugh.
Oh, shit. Okay. All right. So
they're bringing in some competition.
He's coming back.
Wow. All right.
I will say this. He's definitely better than Shane Lemieux, even coming off an ACL. Like, Shane Lemieux is pathetic at guard. The problem is with this team right now is now everyone has film on what they like to run. And what they were doing was a lot of play action, a lot of quick game. And now teams don't respect the Giants' offense enough that, one, their protection's going to hold up, and two...
Well, clearly it didn't hold up. I mean, 11 sacks.
Yeah, and two, that their receiver is going to get open or the receivers are going to bust out a double move because now they're all driving on those quick throws, and that's why there's no yards after the catch, and Jones is throwing more picks. He already has more picks this year than he did all of last year, so that's a big issue. Schematically, it has to change. Play calling has to change. They got to block.
Change,
they got to block.
You guys probably have the worst 2 losses in primetime this year.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
any team.
Yeah.
Like, it's bad.
Absolutely.
Something's got to change.
I mean, I think it's...
We've also had the most primetime games.
I think it's not that far-fetched.
Well,
I think it's not that far-fetched to say that with Andrew Thomas off the field, that is the worst offensive line in football.
No shit.
Yeah, I mean...
It's terrible.
I have to do a deep dive, but I'd definitely say you guys are bottom 3.
Dude, the Seattle Seahawks they're not known for their pass rush.
They gave up like 9 sacks and 11 sacks in a game.
They're not known for their pass rush. And they had 11 sacks.
The Raiders, they're pretty bad too, their O-line. But that's what I'm saying. You guys are definitely bottom 3, if not the worst.
Absolutely. I mean, it's terrible.
I don't want to say for certain without looking at all the stats to back it up, but you guys definitely are not good.
What I don't understand is they upgraded personnel and another year in the system. Like, they're definitely a better team on paper than they were last year on paper. This team just has no grit to them. They have no edge. It looks like they're just sleepwalking out there, and they get punched in the mouth. They don't do anything about it. Like, something's got to change.
Short answer, Charlie. Nothing. There's not much to do.
Evan Neal was
Move
out
on
there
to
blocking his own
Hope
players.
Andrew Thomas gets healthy, and if that doesn't work out, plan for next year.
He also had a punishment idea, but if you listened to the podcast, he would know that this was already one we talked about. He says, put the loser in a dog cage and the others get to throw whatever they want at the cage.
I'm pretty sure that's a season long.
Yeah,
it
is.
A season long, yeah.
So, yeah,
wow,
it's
Charlie,
just a casual.
So you're a casual fan. All right, I see how it is. Still appreciate the questions, though.
I'm sure when he doesn't listen to this podcast, I'll be offended by that.
Yeah, he's never going to know that I said that.
All right, next from Coco, is Isaiah Pacheco a better fit for Taylor Swift than Kelsey?
Yes.
Yes, for this pure reason that Pacheco could definitely dance better than Kelsey. That guy's got moves. And it pissed me off the other night when Pacheco had that long touchdown run. He was busting out his moves, and they, for some reason, put Taylor Swift on the screen like Kelsey did anything in that play. I'm
They
like,
didn't even
Pacheco's
show the
dancing.
celebration.
He's celebrating. That's the
I was at
Jersey
the game,
boy.
so I got to see it. The whole
That's the
dance.
Jersey boy
I
back.
didn't see Taylor Swift.
I saw
That
a
was
tweet
bullshit.
and someone was like, they're showing Taylor Swift like she's the offensive coordinator after that touchdown.
That's really good.
Oh, yeah.
That's really good. Yeah, that pissed me off. I just added fuel to my fire for my Taylor rant.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to write a blog. I'm going to add that in. It's just more fuel.
You're gonna sound
Garrett adding her
You're gonna sound
in.
like an infographic.
graphic.
I don't like Taylor
Way
Swift.
too
All
much
these girls.
attention.
More man
I
football.
like her music. I understand the marketing, but it's just pissing me off.
It's also not her fault. Like,
No, it's not
No,
her fault.
that's
She's
on
not
her.
talking to TV
I have
broadcast,
more of
though.
a.
No, it's
I have
not
a
her
grudge
fault at
against
all.
her fans though, because they're just annoying.
you hear that? Joe will box any Taylor Swift fan out there.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, that's an unfair matchup. All right, Jared Crampton says, will y'all be mainly a football podcast, or will you start touching on NBA?
For now, we're gonna try to stick to football.
For now, we're sticking to football. We'd be open to potentially dipping our toes in the water in other sports, but I just don't find NBA to be one of them, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, even if we do get in the NBA, we're trying to stick to one sport. We're trying to grow it and stick to one niche. We don't want to be all over the map because it's going to be hard. But eventually, we'd like to kind of get into more sports.
Worst idea.
We'll see. Not
Yeah.
this year. That's
We're
for
not
sure.
ruling it out, but for now, we just want to focus on NFL and see how we grow.
Also, NBA is like during football season
Yeah.
as well, and we're already preparing for this so
And
much.
yeah,
It's a lot of time.
Once
into
once
this.
the NFL off season ends, maybe we'll start to dip more into the NBA. But right now, like I don't want to spend a ton of time on like October, November, December NBA when it's like
There's a lot to
Important
talk
football.
about too. You know, Damian Lillard just got traded to the Milwaukee Bucks, so.
yeah.
All right. Keep trade cut Jacobs, Mixon, Walker.
For fantasy, I'm assuming.
Oh, man. Redraft? Like 1 year league?
Yeah.
Jacobs, Mixon, Walker. I'm definitely cutting Mixon. I'm going to keep...
I'm keeping Walker. I'm trading Jacobs, and I'm cutting Mixon. Walker's looked good so far.
I agree with you. I also
Walker's
like this,
looked really good so far, and Charbonnet is not involved at all.
Yeah, which is so weird. I mean, we've talked about that so many times, how
But still,
odd it
yeah.
is taking a running back on round
Seattle,
7 and even use them.
like
and
we've
just
seen
have
it,
one.
like all the games they've won, Seattle wants to run the ball. This is a run-first team and play good defense. So, like, if Pete Carroll gets what he wants, it's going to be a lot of walks and carries. So I'm going to take the guy that's going to get like 20 touches a game.
Also,
high
that
touchdown upside.
That Raiders offense just like doesn't look that good.
Well,
And
that's also
and
another
it's-
factor.
it's-
Like Seattle's offense has looked pretty good so far. The Raiders have not looked good, and the Bengals have not looked good.
I do think Jacobs does pick it up throughout the season. I mean, I was pissed because I thought he was going to have a better game against the Chargers because everyone runs all over the Chargers, and he only had, I think, like 70-something
Yeah,
yards.
it's not even a slight on Jacobs. It's more I just really like what I've seen from Walker so far.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you.
Who's your guys' defensive rookie of the year through the first 4 games?
I mean,
That's a good one.
Witherspoon's had a
There's-
hell of a game yesterday.
Yeah. I mean, there's a couple guys you could say. You could say Witherspoon so far. You could say Carter.
Carter's been dominant, bro.
I mean, Campbell's been flying around the field at linebacker.
Brian
Branch is good.
Branch is up really good for Detroit as
Will
well.
Anderson doesn't look bad.
Yeah, Will Anderson.
I don't know. Who you
I
leaning
mean,
towards?
Gonzalez was looking really good.
Gonzalez
Yeah,
was looking.
but now you can't even say him because he's not going to win it.
I don't know, man. It's just so tough because there's so many of them playing well.
It's too soon to tell.
Usually-
I lean Witherspoon
Who's the
right
favorite?
now. Carter's minus 110. Witherspoon's plus 300. Those are the two top guys.
That makes sense. Carter's been so dominant and they're such a
Yeah.
good team.
I lean Witherspoon only because Carter, I feel like, is half the stats he's going to get might get eaten up by just so many other big names on that defense where
He's not going to have as many opportunities.
Yeah.
I still think if Carter has a 10-sack season, which I think is very plausible, he's going to
Yeah.
get the award.
yeah, we'll see. I mean, they both have been making a strong case so far. Long season, but right now I'd say those are the top two guys, and clearly it is after looking at FanDuel.
All right, so we got a question from D-Rock, and it's another Giants question. He asked,
Drock?
yeah, D-Rock, Drock.
Oh.
Drock's lock?
Drock?
The guy that's 3-0?
Yeah.
3-0, Drock
Well, he did say Drock is on fire. 3-0.
That doesn't sound like a question, Dave.
Yeah.
It just sounds like you're tooting your own
where's
horn.
Where's the fucking question, buddy?
Well, so he's got one question here, and he wants to know what are the top 3 things the Giants need to do / change to get better.
We kind of already went into this.
Yeah,
I mean,
we
like,
Yeah.
change their
It's just
scheme.
play
pretty
change their
obvious.
Play calling, find
Yeah.
guys who can actually block.
And I don't think
also
they're going to even find a ton of guys to block.
defe-
It's more so just if Andrew Thomas
It's
gets healthy,
coaching.
it's a totally different
and it's
offensive
coaching
line.
as well.
That's only
And
one
it's
of
coaching
the.
as well. 'cause
That's
you have
only one player.
you have
out of
so
the
many
rest of
high
the
draft
But that
picks.
makes a huge thing. Having an all-pro lineman is a huge
Yeah, I know,
factor.
but you also have like the worst tackle in the league on the other side.
Yeah, but they
But
also
then
have
at least if you have an all-pro tackle, you can run the ball to the right side.
the left side.
Okay, left side. Correct. Okay, fine.
But they have so many
Casual.
high draft picks
I guess so.
invested into
That's
that
on me.
line. They have so many high draft picks invested in that line. Like, part of it's got to be coaching. Like, the offensive line coach. I wouldn't
I think
be
you guys
surprised
have
if
to
he
draft
gets-
a line.
I
He
wouldn't
should
be
get
surprised if
fired.
he gets fucking fired because you
It
have so
shouldn't
much
take
draft
a
capital
decade to
invested
fix
there.
an O-line.
Like, it's ridiculous. Also, defensively, can we create a fucking turnover?
Yeah, that's a big
Like,
thing.
god damn it. It's
Not
been
one.
4 games, not one fucking turnover. They played, I mean, they weren't the issue last night against Seattle. They played pretty well, but still, can we get a fucking turnover?
It's
Came on almost with that pick
coaching.
six.
Coaching definitely has something to do with it, though, because it shouldn't take this long.
Oh, if coaching has a lot to do with it. A lot to do with it.
And is Jared Goff good this year, or is it just a fluke?
No, he's
definitely
good. He was very
Definitely
good at
good.
the end of last year. Like, he went on that long-ass streak where he didn't throw an interception. He was almost broke Tom Brady's
No,
record.
this will be a playoff team. I mean, it'll be interesting to see how they do in the playoffs when they get there. But I mean, he's a guy that's played in the Super Bowl before, so it's not like he's a bum.
No, absolutely not. And he's in a great position to succeed behind that offensive line with the weapons they have. Amon-Ra,
They don't need him to do a
Jameson
ton.
Williams
If they
coming
can run
back.
the ball like they ran last week, it's not like they have to ask a lot. They just need him to be smart with the ball, and that's kind of what he's done.
That's
so
what he's
far.
done, and he's accurate. You know, he's a gamer.
Yeah.
I like Jared Goff. I'm a fan of Jared Goff.
Yeah.
Now, if you check out my newest blog, Devontae Adams trade destinations, the Lions are on there, pretty high up on the list. Now, imagine you had Devontae Adams to that offense. Whew. They have so much cap space next year. They could easily pull it off.
In Detroit, than
They
he
could pull
was
it off.
on the Rams.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Well, he had that one
I don't know,
obviously good year.
It's
But-
tough to say because both he's played on some good Rams teams too, but he's just kind of doing what he did when the Rams were good.
Yeah,
What's
exactly.
next?
All right, and our last question is from Hugh Chavez, and of course.
Hold on, before you go into this, I would like to personally invite Hugh Chavez onto the pod whenever,
call him in.
whenever
You
the
give
fuck
your
you
number.
want, because I'm convinced this is not a real person, and this is a burner, because every week is just shitting on the Giants and shitting on Daniel Jones, and I just think it's someone.
We also don't know
Well, he's already
Hugh
on the pod.
Chavez, so
No, I'm fucking with you.
Yeah, what if he is? What if you're Hugh Chavez, Joe?
Yeah.
I could be. Yeah,
That's your burner?
You know me.
Yeah.
Someone's. I don't know who the fuck it is, but I want to know. So, personal invitation. Come on the pod. Reveal yourself.
Well,
Yeah, so he
I mean, I'll let you know if you're allowed in my house since this is my basement and we're not just inviting randos over. But
Yeah, this could be literally
All right, you
just
fucking
like
stickler.
I'm kidding. If he wants to come on and talk Giants,
I don't know
with
if
you-
we need to see him face to face. We could just like call him. That's fine. No,
So what's the
it'd be
question?
really weird. All right, what is the reason Danny Penny's primetime record now sits at 1-12?
Next
Please
question.
don't blame
Oh,
the
we're
O
answering.
line. There's no excuse to why a $40 million quarterback has 3 points in 2 home games this year. After last night's pathetic performance, he has 12 touchdowns, 18 interceptions in primetime games. Stop defending a 1-12 primetime quarterback and hashtag tank for Caleb. So he just is admitting he's a fucking casual.
Well, tanking for Caleb is just ridiculous because
Well,
they're
the
not
reason
going to
he's
be.
saying
Thanks for admitting you
They're
don't
not
know
going to
shit
be
about
worse
football.
than the Bears. So
The reason he's saying tank for Caleb also makes me think he's a Giants fan.
yeah, that's also part of it. Like
Admitting
it's,
his
it's a
fucking
puzzle piece, right?
casualness.
Because saying tank for Caleb, you wouldn't root for that if you weren't a Giants fan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I think
dude.
it's funny,
I
but
don't
yeah,
know.
I mean, last night I'm not gonna blame Jones. That's clearly not his fault. When you get sacked 11 times, I mean, maybe you could blame a couple of the sacks on him. And
you could blame
the red zone turnover was bad.
Terrible.
Like,
Can't
you
defend
can't-
that. That was a terrible.
Yeah, Darren
defend
Waller.
that.
Terrible
And
throw.
it's pretty hard to defend a guy. Like I actually didn't know he had a 12 to 18 touchdown to interception ratio in prime time, so that's really bad. But last night I'm not going to blame Daniel Jones. He could have done more, but there's clearly a lot more issues than if you take away. Even if Daniel Jones is able to take away a couple sacks just from throwing it away or getting out of the pocket, whatever, and doesn't turn the ball over.
Put literally
I don't
any
know
quarterback
run game.
in the league
I don't
behind
think-
that line, and
Yeah,
they're not
I don't
gonna
think
look
they
good.
win that game anyway, but still, we need to see Daniel
Dude,
Jones.
you
pick it up
literally
throughout
put
the
any
season.
quarterback in the league behind that O-line, maybe besides Mahomes, and they're going to look terrible. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah. All I know is Mahomes has got to, or not Mahomes, Jones has got to pick it up in prime time one of these games. I mean, it's tough, but
Well,
this
when you're
narrative's
getting
not.
sacked 12 times.
This narrative's
or
never
whatever.
going to go away
I'm
until he
not-
gets
I'm-
the win.
I mean, clearly
We can make excuses, but
he was part of the problem last night. But
I
to
watching
pin
that.
on
No, I
him
know.
is
That's
kinda
what I'm saying.
stupid,
Like
but
watching that game, he definitely was a big factor. But there's a lot of issues.
a lot of shit's going on, man. So
This team is a dumpster fire right now.
To just say, "Oh, your $40 million quarterback lost again on primetime" is a pretty.
It just sounds like
fucking
to me. It just sounds like a Giants fan that is pissed that you guys paid him the money.
Yeah, that's what I think too. But
and I get that. I mean, there's different. I mean. Look, there's all different perspectives from all kind of fans. I appreciate it. I mean, y'all can't love Daniel Jones. You think every Jets quarterback was happy about getting Rodgers? I mean, all fans have different perspectives. So
that's a great point, Reagan. I never thought of it that way.
I do respect.
I'm sure, the
if he actually
the
truly
guys
is
that
a
were
Giants fan,
super big on the vaccine probably were really angry that Aaron Rodgers came in.
Yeah, that was funny. Yeah, he was.
He called Travis Kelce Mr.
funny.
Pfizer today on a podcast.
That was funny. You see that?
I did see that.
Yeah, that was awesome.
But they're buddies. I think he's joking around with them.
Yeah. No, I'm sure he is.
All right, well, that finishes up the questions. When we get back, we're going to dive into the games. What's up, guys? It's Colin here. If you haven't done so yet, please check out the website. We've got a lot of cool content on there, including our new blogs that I've just written. So if you haven't done so, please check that out. Now let's get back to the episode. All right, and we are back, guys. So currently our record against the spread after that week is tied 33, 28, and 3.
Wow, that's amazing. We're so good at this.
We're so good.
We have more wins than losses.
A tad over 500, but the exact same record. That's after Reagan went 8-7-1 this week. I went 7-8-1. Not a good week for the boys. Actually reversed in what we were last week. I was 8-7-1 last week. You were 7-8-1.
That's the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Yes.
You can't make that up.
Hilarious. Money line, I was 11-5 this week. Reagan was 10-6, so I'm 42-22. He's 40-24.
We're on those money lines, though.
We are. Yeah. I mean, you're not as on as me, but you're on.
Yeah, no.
You're on. You're on.
You could be that on.
So, first game we're going to talk about, the Thursday night game, and goddamn it, I knew I should have picked the Lions. You were all over the Lions. They whooped the shit out of the Packers. Jordan Love looked like ass. 2 interceptions. What did you think about this game?
I think that for the people that didn't watch the game, when they see 34-20, they think this was a close game, and it just was not. This was a blowout. Like, even though it was a 14-point win, this game was a blowout.
It was 27-3 at half.
Yeah, the Lions just took the foot off the gas in the second half and just were like, all right, Packers, we'll let you drive down the field and score and run out the clock, and that's what they did. I mean, the Lions had their number, and they went into Lambeau and kicked the shit out of Green Bay.
They ran the ball down their throats. Montgomery, 32 fucking carries, bro. Can Gibbs get some action for a Gibbs fantasy holder? Oh, my goodness. Especially by the goal line. I was like, okay, Monty already scored.
Hey, they're out there to win football games. I don't think Dan Campbell cares about Colin Tong's fantasy team.
I'm just saying. I'm just speaking for all of us. Like,
I'm just telling all you guys, like, kneecap biter does not care.
Montgomery averaged 3.8 yards per carry, too. That's not even good. For 121 yards, 3 touchdowns. So, I mean, it is what it is.
He was just as a physical runner. Like, watching him, he's just churning that defense, getting like 3-4 yards every run.
3 yards in a cloud of dust.
Yeah, as long as it was 16 yards. Like, he was just getting, like, they'd hand the ball to him like 3 times, and then he'd get the first down on third down after just 3 short carries, but he'd get it every time.
It's brutal. On the Packers side of things, Love looked bad. They could barely run the ball. Jones, 5 for 18.
They didn't really attempt to run the ball.
Dillon, 5 for 11. They were just playing from behind.
Yeah.
The entire game, they couldn't do it. I mean, at least Romeo Doubs had a good game, 9 for 95 on 13 targets. Watson was back, but
we said that on the
scored.
podcast. We knew he was going to be limited, and he was
super
limited.
He was limited. He did score, though.
He wasn't even on the field 50% of snaps.
You like to see that.
So we knew that was going to happen, but it's good to see him back. And Aaron Jones was barely on the field either. So
yeah, I know. I didn't like that because I had Jones to score.
Yeah, but they both came back from injury. I mean, we kind of assumed they were going to keep him limited. It's a long season. They were 2-1 going into the game.
Quay Walker had another bonehead play on that. Was that field goal as well? He jumped over. He did have 19 tackles, 10 solo. Which
he still has the coolest hit of all time when he pushed that stupid trainer over.
That was insane.
So get the hell out of my way and just shove them to the
2 big bonehead plays.
Yeah, but now the Lions at 3-1 looks like they control the North for the time being.
Yep, we'll see. A long season, but so far they look good.
All right, next.
The Toy Story game.
We were all over this one, brother. The Toy Story game, which I know Joe checked that out. I didn't check that out.
Blog coming out soon. Joe's going to write one for us, right?
Yeah, I'll describe my experience.
On the Toy Story game?
Yeah.
I saw the clips on social media. I'm like, this is fucking wild.
It was a rough watch.
It looked pretty cool, though. It looked like
I watched the
video game.
Bijan juke, and that actually got me out of my seat.
It looked like a video game.
Speaking of Bijan, in a loss, they lost 23-7. We talked about how Jacksonville's good against...
Bijan mustard?
What?
That's what I'm going to put on your hot dog tomorrow. Bijan mustard.
Is that actually a mustard?
I believe so, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See, I'm not a mustard guy. I wouldn't know. I hate mustard. So you're not putting that
You
on
got to
my...
get used to it.
You're not putting
You
that
want
on
some
my dog.
Bijan mustard?
What about
You're
honey
not putting that on my
You
dog.
want some Bijan mustard?
You're not touching my dog!
Do you like honey mustard?
No.
Really?
No. Disgusting.
Anyway.
But
Bijan
Bijan mustard, 14 for 105, 7.5 yards per carry, 38 long against a stout Jacksonville run defense. That was good to see. Algier 7 for 16. He kind of got clamped. So I think it's clear to see that Bijan's overtaken that backfield.
Yeah, it looks like Bijan's the running back there, and Jonnu Smith is the tight end one there,
It's
apparently.
fucking terrible. Oh, my God. Where's Kyle Pitts? Throw him the ball.
I don't know, man.
Desmond Ritter's
This-
terrible.
A game
Desmond
like,
Ridder
a
is
game like
terrible.
that
2 for
doesn't make
21.
a game like that doesn't look well for your article, because the casuals are going to be like, oh, how the hell is Jonnu Smith going 6 for 95?
Yeah.
What do you say to that? What do you say to the casual that's like, hey, Colin, how is Jonnu Smith going for 95 yards?
What do you want me to say?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
Arthur Smith loves Johnny Smith. He brought him over from Tennessee, where he
Why? Is that because, like, they're
Bijan
related?
mustard is Bijan mustard. It's Bijan Robinson's mustard.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
Fake fan.
So he's got his
that
own.
looks
He's got
terrible.
his own mustard.
Fake
that looks
fan.
terrible, dude. I'm
Oh,
not eating
You
that.
gotta eat
Actually
a jar
looks
of it.
very nice.
We'll have a. Oh, that's a good bet. You gotta eat a jar of Bijan mustard.
Oh fuck.
If you love Bijan, you'll do it.
Yeah, but you like mustards.
Mustard's
That's like,
fire.
I do not like mustard.
I'm a mustard.
And no,
guy.
also, who likes eating a jar of mustard in the first place? Oh, you like it? That's nothing.
Yeah, but you liked it in your anchovies.
Yeah, because mustard's better than anchovies.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Someone
but-
beg different.
Yeah, I mean, if you haven't checked out my Kyle Pitts blog, please do, because I really go in depth about how much I hate Arthur Smith and the Falcons. They should give this guy the ball. I don't know why Jonnu Smith has 6 targets, and he caught all 6 for 95. He played well. I'm not
Good,
hating
yeah.
the guy, but god damn it, can we get Pitts involved? Drake London 3 for 28. I mean, at least he scored in
He almost had 2
London.
touchdowns.
London scored in London.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did, but Desmond Ritter's ass.
Did you just come up with that? London scored in London?
I mean, it's not that
That'd
hard.
be like if I had him in my fantasy football leagues. I'd
No,
make
they
that my
said
team
that
name.
in the game.
No, Crampton made that his team name like
Yeah,
before the week
super
started.
cringe.
London and London.
Wow, Jared, that's very creative.
Yeah. How do you think of that?
That's very creative. Ritter was terrible, though. They were he threw 2 picks, 1 touchdown,
Back-to-back
19 31 for
picks.
191. They were talking about, will he be benched for Heineke? People were really
don't think
talking
so.
about it.
Not yet.
They
He
said no,
should.
Ritter's
Not
the
yet.
starter next week. Arthur
not
Smith
yet.
said he's
You
the
can't
starter
bench
next
him
week.
yet.
No, you can't, but he looked like shit.
We'll see how he plays next week. They're home. They're home this week.
See
coming
Matt
up.
Collins too getting in his face.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was very unexpected.
Yeah, they're home against Houston this week, so let them play.
I don't know. I would
See how
have
it goes.
chalked
That's gonna
that
be
as a
great
win,
game.
but now I'm like, that's actually a good game because Houston can fucking score some points, man.
Yeah.
CJ Stroud has some fucking nuts.
Mm-hmm.
On the Jacksonville side,
Pause.
Trevor Lawrence fucked you in our parlay, Reagan. Only threw for 207.
Yeah, it's a damn shame if that
a
hit.
damn
A parlay
shame.
would have hit.
He
Right?
was-
No, it wouldn't because me, you, and Drock all went.
Yeah.
Yes,
Redemption game
Tough
though
week.
for me.
Just so you know, I'm not gonna let you go on the camera and be like, yeah, guys, if it wasn't for Reagan's leg, the parlay would have hit.
Whoa! I said he screwed you for your leg. I didn't say you screwed us.
We
in
didn't
the
have to
leg.
acknowledge it, but you know what? When we get to the Bengals game, like, Jamar Chase screwed Colin.
I think
and us.
everyone's
I think it's more
1-1
so
for
Joe
the
Burrow.
parlays except
Besides
for
Drock.
Dave. Yeah.
Jock's just good for one lock. If
Yeah,
you ask him
Drock
for
was
a
good for
second-
1 lock.
If you ask him for a
He
second,
gets
just
flustered
can't do
after
it.
multiple.
This is the week, though. I have a weird tingling in my nuts. This is the week.
Oh.
Even if it's not, I'm going to say it every week. I'm going to certainly say it's the week every week until
Yeah.
it does hit.
This is the
week
week.
for the wheel.
This is the week.
The wheel hits. Drock's lock goes to 4-0.
Yeah, if you're not tailing
The
this
parlay
week,
hits.
then you just clearly don't like
No,
money.
everyone's going to
Yeah.
be on Drock's locks this week. I love the special edition
You're still going
Drock's
to be on
locks.
Drock's cock this week.
Whoa! Hey! Yo! No. Pause, brother.
Sorry.
If
Like
another
you
if
said.
another leg hits though, you never know.
Yeah.
His third leg? Oh, shit. No.
Yo.
All right.
All right.
Drock's got 3 legs?
No.
Apparently.
He's the third
Apparently.
leg of the
Ah,
parlay.
I got ya. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Say.
Okay. ETN kind of got stuffed on the ground, 20 for 55. I mean, I think the biggest development here is Kirk with 12 targets, 8 for 84. That's the 3rd straight week he's outproduced Ridley. I get it, Ridley
Yeah.
scored, but only 2 targets, 2 catches for 38 yards in that touchdown. What's going on in that receiving room?
Yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out season long, but hey, they won, so it doesn't matter at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, I took Kirk in fantasy in like rounds 8, and I was like,
You also got to think like
steal.
AJ Terrell was on Ridley most of the game on top of that, so.
Yeah, but that's 3 weeks in a row that Kirk's outproduced Ridley.
Yeah.
He's not getting targeted as much. I just think it's an interesting development, you know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
What are you upset about that?
I don't think that, like, at the end of the day, like, I don't think the Jaguars care. Like, I guess from a fantasy perspective, like, if you drafted
that's what
Ridley,
I was talking about.
Okay, okay, all right.
But also, like, just from a personnel perspective, like, are you worried about Ridley, like, for the season?
No.
After that big week 1?
Not really. I think just they're going to go with, like, Lawrence is just going to continue to target who's ever open. Like, I think Ridley could have
Was that what quarterbacks do? They thought it was open?
Well, good quarterbacks. Can't say my quarterback always does that, but I don't know if you could say your quarterback always does that. But
shut the fuck. Yeah, whatever. We don't want to talk about our quarterbacks right now. It's been a long stretch, tough stretch for us. Game of the week, well, supposed to be Dolphins at Bills. Bills beat the shit out of them. We were all over this one, brother. Give me some.
I mean,
and
hey,
this was Drock's lock,
the only
baby.
reason we took it was because of Drock. Clearly, if Drock was like Miami plus 2.5, I'm like, okay. Nah, but good call on Drock on this one.
Great call.
Us. This was pretty obvious to I think all of us. I thought this was going to be a good game. I mean, the Bills. You think the Bills all week were going in this game and they were happy about hearing Miami this, Miami that. Oh, Miami's offense. The Bills aren't going to be able to hold up with them. Sure enough, their defense stepped up big. I mean, Tyreek 3 for 58. Like, he didn't do shit.
Yeah.
Waddle 4 for 46. He didn't do shit. A-Chain had 8 for 101, so he looks good.
Long at 55, 2 more touchdowns.
Mustard didn't look good, 7 for 9. I mean, I think Mustard's losing that backfield now.
Yeah, freaking Mustard.
Do you like Mustard for the rest of the year or no?
No, I mean, I don't love him because A-Chain looks very good and Jeff Wilson's coming off IR, so
yeah,
I don't love it, but
I traded him away in every league I had him in.
I just traded for him because I had no one to start, so that sucked.
Yeah, I'm sure you could have gotten better production on the waivers.
Well, this week apparently. So.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't know about that one. But, I mean, hey, Jake thought it was a bad trade, so.
Well, I actually had 3 catches for 36 yards, so.
Wizard.
So, great week.
That's salvaged it a little bit more so than waivers, but yeah, this offense will get back on track. The Bills look very good. I mean, offensively and defensively, they look elite. Josh Allen threw for 320, 4 touchdowns. Dude, he went 21 to 25. That is ridiculous.
Yeah, he had a great game.
Phenomenal game. Stephon Diggs, only 6 catches, but had a $120 and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, he, like, every time, he looks great.
Boston celebration.
It's a good point. It's a good point. I mean, this Bills team looks fucking legit, man. We were on the Bills. We thought they were going to win, and they took care of business at home.
Yeah. All right, next up, we had the Broncos over the Bears. And this one was back and forth the whole entire time. Broncos won 31-28. What?
Bro, you're pissing me off.
Well, I don't
I'm
know.
talking. You just go, yeah. Yeah. I'm like, you want to fucking add something?
All right, I'll add something.
The fuck?
I was completely wrong on this one. I had the Bears in this one.
Well, it looked like for a long time you were going to be right. I mean, they were 28-7?
28-7, yeah. And
they blew it.
Yikes.
Yeah. And this amazing
I'm
just fucking with you. This amazing Broncos offense, they stormed back, led by the best quarterback in the league,
Mr.
Russell Wilson.
Mr. Unlimited. The
Yes,
Danger
sir.
Witch.
Uh-oh.
You ever done anything dangerous? Coming back from 28-7 is pretty dangerous.
Yeah, that's very dangerous.
I actually he's my super flex. I actually love this cringy guy. This cringy motherfucker.
I will say, Javonte Williams, we didn't highlight him before, but he left the game early.
Oh, I forgot about that, yeah.
So I don't think he's going to play next week. I think with him coming back.
What was the injury?
I know it was lower body, so that doesn't really help a lot. But
that could be a lot of things.
Ooh, could be a lot of things.
you can just look it up quick instead of just saying that.
Could be an ankle.
It could have been upper body too. I
Could
just
be
know
a
he
quad.
got.
It could be the upper body. Now it could be a ton of things.
I'm just saying he got hurt
Could
actually.
be a body part.
But anyway, you want to keep talking while I try to figure this out.
Yeah, I mean, this Broncos passing attack really spread it around. I mean, holy shit, how many receivers?
Hip. So that I was right. Lower body.
I mean,
I had a 50-50 chance.
Technically, it's kind of
That's not
mid-body.
lower body,
It's kind of
yeah.
mid-body.
that's like torso.
It depends, like how long his legs are. Like every person's different, so if
That's a good point.
so.
Yeah.
I just wanted to put that out
Yeah,
there.
if
That
you
like
get like a tape measure.
I just
It's really
wanted to
good.
let you guys know, like we're all
This guy took anatomy in high school.
guys, we're all built differently. We were all created differently.
Yeah. Some of us, get there later than others.
Well, some of us do. So, but
all right, let's talk about.
My mom said it's a gift.
Let's talk about Chicago for a second. What an epic collapse. Justin Fields actually played well. Threw 4 touchdowns, 335 yards. That's what you like to see.
Yeah, Cole
DJ
Kmet
Moore.
too.
DJ Moore, Cole Kmet. I mean,
getting these weapons involved.
It's crazy. They just tell Claypool, stay home, brother. We don't need you. And then they actually score some points. Maybe it's more so they're playing the Broncos who let the Dolphins hang.
Yeah, I'd say it's more of that. I don't know if it's
probably
Claypool
more that.
sitting home. I don't think that had much to do
no
with
more
it.
chase, but
yeah, no, it's definitely good to see because a lot of the owners having DJ Moore. Yeah, they were happy so far, but they wanted him to get that touchdown. And Cole Kmet, a guy who hadn't done much for fantasy the first couple of games, so 7 for 85 and 2. That's a freaking awesome week from your tight end.
that is awesome. You pumped if you started Kmet this week.
Khalil Herbert had a good game. He looked like the main guy. We were saying we thought Roschon would continue to bite into the carries, but Herbert got everything, and freaking Foreman's not even on the field. They got Velus Jones Jr. as the third back right now.
Foreman's out. Velus Jones Jr. is a fucking wide receiver, brother.
Oh, shit. Fuck.
He's a fucking speed sweep, probably.
Is it Tyler Scott?
He's also a wide receiver, I believe.
Is it Justin Fields?
Tyler Scott is a wide receiver, yeah.
All right, whatever. So I guess Foreman, you're just out. You're out.
He's out, yeah. I mean, this is what we're waiting for Herbert because Roschon was starting to carve into that, but he only had 5 for 13, and Herbert, 18 carries, 103 yards, 5.7 average. I mean, good for him. Finally took over that fucking backfield.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought Johnson would be more involved at this point, but, Herbert looks good.
And at 0-4, the Bears are front runners for Caleb Williams, and they also have the Panthers pick, who are also 0-4.
So they're double front runners.
Right now, they have 1 and 2.
So what would you do? Caleb Williams and then Drake May, and then just do 50-50 times.
And then you keep Justin Fields. You're like, all right, you 3. One of them's got to.
They could run like the triple. They could run like one of those Navy offenses and just throw them, or not? Yeah, Navy, where they have all 3 in the backfield and just every time they could start their new offense. Yeah,
they're just running.
You put Fields at wing back and you have Caleb just turn.
Why Caleb? Yeah. Why not just have them all back there and the center chooses who to snap to?
The odds for the Bears to get another bust just go down. So
yeah.
No, dead ass though. If the draft were today, they'd go Caleb Williams, Marvin Harrison Jr. They're like, all right.
Are we for sure?
Do you really think Marvin Harrison would go too, though?
Yeah.
I know, that's what a lot of mocks are saying.
No, 100%. If they had.
This guy looked at the newest ESPN mock draft.
I mean, that's just consensus. Marvin Harrison Jr. is the best
wide receiver. Have a hot
take.
Throw your hot take right now. Who's going 2?
He's the best wide receiver prospect.
You call it.
Since Calvin Johnson, brother.
What about Brock Bowers?
There are a lot of good
Brock Bowers
and a lot of good
is a phenomenal tight end prospect as well, but tight end's just not a premium position. I still think Bowers goes top 10, but I think the Bears would take Marvin Harrison.
The thing is, we say that every year, but at the end of the day,
it's going to be
if a team really wants a guy, they're going to go grab him.
Well, yeah, I mean,
I'm just saying.
Yeah, but if you're not in a premium position, you got to be a unicorn like Bowers to get picked.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So Bowers will definitely be a top 10 pick. I just don't think he goes 2. I think Marvin Harrison Jr. definitely gets picked over him.
Yeah.
Well, I don't. Yeah, I mean the Bears would have to have the second pick for him to go there because otherwise it's going to be Drake May if it's team that.
Well, and even if it is the Bears, who's to say they don't trade back and get a ton more picks?
I don't know. Not me. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to rule anything out.
This guy's not saying it. I'm not saying it. Are you? I don't.
Well,
think
you were saying. You were saying you didn't think there's a chance they take Caleb Williams and Drake May. I'm saying there's a chance.
That is crazy.
I'm just throwing it out there in case it happens.
Bro, what the fuck?
I just don't want to rule out anything.
Oh my god. No, I know you're joking. But there is a chance.
How did you? What gave that away?
There is a chance that they could just because they already have the Panthers' first and second round pick. They could trade back from 2 for someone to go up and get Drake May, or maybe they like Michael Penix Jr. Or who knows, right?
Yeah,
whatever.
there are some good ones.
Should right now it's May, but who knows? Everyone's draft room is different. Everyone's board is different.
Yeah.
They could get a haul, dude. That could really jump. You get Caleb Williams, you can get a haul because it's also a really good tackle class.
Plus, you got Justin Fields to trade away too. You got to think he gets a first round pick.
Yeah,
maybe.
And they
depends on the season goes.
They'll still have a lot of cap space too, so they can really restart that rebuild with a new regime. I mean, I think Poles probably stays, but I think the Eberflus is definitely gone. I mean,
yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say because if Poles brought in Eberflus, so why was his job safe, but Eberflus is out?
Because it takes longer to build a team when you're
but a lot of the owners,
the coaching's obvious.
I think we've seen a lot though. A lot of these owners like to pair the GM and coach. So
yeah, but not necessarily.
I know, not necessarily, but I think if they're hitting the reset button and they go Caleb Williams, I think they clean house. Fields is traded, obviously. I think
Seen a lot of
Eberflus
talk
is
Fields
gone.
going to
I think
Atlanta.
Poles is out. Yeah, they do that every week. Though.
That's
not happening.
I think Poles stays. I think Eberflus is out. Just because I think it's not on Poles that they weren't able to develop Fields like they were supposed to.
Didn't he draft him though?
No, he did not.
He did not.
No.
Oh. Well, neither. I mean, it's neither of their quarterbacks. So I think there is also a chance that neither get fired, and they're like, hey, that wasn't your quarterback.
Yeah, but I don't know like what you've
you also
seen
gotta
from
look-
the coaching staff to think that. I mean, they just
the
blew a
roster
28-7
The roster also
lead.
sucks. Like on paper.
I saw a report saying that Caleb Williams knows with the NIL that he could make more money in staying at USC for one more year than going to like some shitty franchise. So
I don't know if that's
But the whole
necessarily.
thing with that
that's
is, like-
definitely not true.
I
You
find
get
that
signed number
hard to
one,
believe.
you're making like
I mean,
30.
I
You're
find that hard
guaranteed
to
like
believe,
close
and
to
also
40.
like that logic's so dumb because to not go to a shitty franchise, he's just gonna do what happens next year. He's still going
Yeah.
one. So like,
And you also delay
he's just
that-
basically delaying a big contract by 1 year.
Exactly.
In the future.
You delay
Yeah,
that
exactly.
mega contract by 1 year because you're guaranteed if you get picked first overall, you're guaranteed that draft
Plus,
slot.
it's not like he's
You're
already
making nearly 40.
He's probably already good financially, like with all the NIL money.
Oh,
anyway.
he's fine,
yeah,
dude. He's on
well,
fucking
that's,
Wendy's
I think,
commercials
what the
already.
Point was.
Oh, okay. I'm just fucking with you.
Dude.
Wow. Well, okay. I was saying okay.
You're fucking getting on my nerves tonight.
Fuck. Thanks, you Chavez. You really had to set him off.
Who the fuck is you, Chavez?
All right, let's move on. Next up, we had the Ravens blowing out the Browns, 28-3. Big win.
My
for the
Ravens. Let's go.
I
Let's
will
go.
say,
Hey,
for those of you who didn't watch the
hey.
game, it wasn't Deshaun Watson playing. DTR, he looked bad. This defense looked good still for the Browns. I mean, it's hard to win a game and keep it tight when you freaking
Throw 3
your rookie
interceptions.
quarterback throws 3 interceptions and your offense your offense doesn't even break 200 total yards. So yeah, it's going to be tough to win the game when that happens. So
Lamar did have 4 total touchdowns though, 2 on the ground, 2 in the air.
yeah,
Lamar MVP bet. Not looking too bad.
Bad.
He's definitely in the hunt. He's not the favorite by any stretch of the means. He's definitely in the hunt though. They continue to win games.
Now after the
I believe Josh Allen is.
Yeah,
right
Josh
now.
Allen and then
Just 'cause for
Tua
him, he was already like one of the big dogs
and
anyway.
McCaffrey's I think 3rd.
Really,
No,
he
Yeah.
might be.
no.
Yes,
There's
he
not a
is.
chance. No way.
Dude, they literally said it on First Take today.
McCaffrey is 10th.
What?
Yeah, look. McCaffrey's plus 2,500. I'm not. Obviously, he's been insane. But
Oh,
like,
that's crazy. Maybe
dude,
I
he's a
misheard
fucking
then.
running back. Like,
Yeah, but he's
they were probably Stephen A's
pretty
A-lister
good one.
MVP candidates. That's probably
no,
what it was.
maybe I misheard him. I must have
3,
misheard him.
4,
But
5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, he's at 9
oh,
right
quick
now.
math.
Purdy's.
Go Red Hawks.
What do you mean quick, man? I had to count. All right, how many guys are on that list without counting?
12.
Too late. Let's see.
12.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ooh, quick math.
That was 12.
No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
You said McCaffrey was 10th. He's 9th.
Yes, I'm saying there's 11 guys on this list, and you're like, good quick.
Oh, because you said McCaffrey was 10th.
Whatever, this is bad
And I saw
podcasting.
two, but
I'm
I
sure
saw
people
two
love
wrong.
hearing us rattle off numbers right now.
Yeah, fuck you, dude. All right, so my
77.
What?
I was just saying a number. Sorry. Yeah,
That was-
let's see what you got with the Ravens.
Definitely happy with the way Lamar played. Run game wasn't that good. I mean, they kind of got stuffed. Gus Edwards has overtaken this backfield clearly, but he only averaged 3.2 yards per carry. I mean, classic Ravens, spread the ball around. I mean, with no Watson on the road, I think the Browns are still a tough team to play on the road, especially with that defense. So
Yeah.
I'm just happy they whooped the shit out of them because my over 9.5 looks pretty good.
Yeah, no, I think
know?
it'll be I think this game will be a lot closer when it's in Baltimore next time.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So next up, we had this. This is pretty shocking, though. I think both of us.
Oh, my
I had the
goodness,
Texans
man.
covering. I thought this game was going to be close. I didn't think the Texans were going to freaking blow the bricks off these guys, 30-6. Come on. I mean, Pittsburgh looked awful. I mean, with Pickett, without Pickett, this offense looked sluggish. Couldn't move the ball. The only bright spot was Najee. He was able to actually have a decent game running the ball.
He looks better this year.
I'm telling you, I thought he was going to be better. I mean, it's clear, like, when they can actually open a hole for him, he looks good. I mean, he doesn't have that burst, but he definitely fights hard for those yards.
Yeah, I saw that his yards after contact and forced missed tackles, all that shit is up this year, which is good to see.
He looks good. It's just this team can't. Their line's bad and the play calling's bad. So
Yeah, Matt Canada's definitely on the hot seat, to say the least. People are starting to think that he has a burner account that they saw, so
sure he
I mean,
does.
you
That'd be
check it
pretty
out,
sick.
do your investigative work if you're interested.
Yeah, why
but-
not?
Yeah, I mean, this offense looked pathetic.
Yeah.
Even the defense got the
They
shit
look
kicked
bad.
out of them.
I mean,
They
letting a
look
rookie
bad.
quarterback throw for 306 yards.
God,
And only
C.J. Stroud
he
is
only
legit,
completed,
dude.
He only completed 16 passes. Like, he was 16 to 30. It wasn't like he was
Oh my
completing
goodness.
a ton of passes. They were letting up just chunk play after chunk play after chunk play. So,
There was 10 yards per attempt. He
yeah,
completed 16.
that's
for
freaking,
10
that's
six.
nuts. That's good math.
That is
That's why you're
crazy.
finance.
That is fucking crazy.
But yeah, no, it is crazy. And I mean, Nico Collins too. You want to talk about him, Colin? Nico
7,
Collins,
168, 2 touchdowns, bro. I know you were high on him before the season.
Michigan guy, yeah.
I remember you said talked about if you're going to take any receiver from this core, like which one would you want? I said Tank Dell, who looked really good the first couple weeks. He had a bad game this week, one catch for 16, and you said Nico Collins, and this was his breakout game.
Yeah, clearly. I mean, and this wasn't. He had a good game. Like, I know this was obviously a big breakout game, but early on in the season against the Colts, he went for 146 and 1. And he went for 80 against Baltimore in Week 1. So outside of the Jacksonville dub, this has been a very viable fantasy option and a guy that's looking like he might have a Pro Bowl season so far. I mean, it's early. It's 4 games. But so far, I mean, the guy's got 22 catches for 428 and 3, averaging 19.5 yards a catch.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a Texans fan, how are you not absolutely pumped with C.J. Stroud so far?
Yeah, and every
My
game
goodness.
Watson, like, Texans are playing good, and when Watson looks bad, that just puts the cherry on top.
Yeah, they're 2-2. I mean, they're definitely in the thick of it. In that
I think
division.
that division's wide open.
every team's 2-2.
Yeah,
So,
and the
yeah,
Colts
I
and
mean,
Texans are definitely look a lot better than we thought. I thought the Titans are underperforming. You probably think the Titans are overperforming.
Yeah,
And then the Jaguars, like, they just haven't looked great yet. So we'll see. But only time will tell. Only time will tell.
oh boy.
But
That was cringe.
next up, we got the Vikings-Panthers. The Vikings won this one 21-13. This was my underdog lock of the week. And in the first half, I was like, oh, that's pretty good. I mean, they were up 13-7. The Vikings offense couldn't move the ball. The Panthers were stepping up.
And then Justin Jefferson said, fuck you.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
6 for 85 and 2 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
Adam Thielen revenge game.
Yeah, Thielen had a good game.
Attaboy, Joe.
7 for 76.
The only one to hit in our fucking lay. Thielen over 4.5. I loved it. 7 for 76. Good shit, Joe. That was a good pick.
That was a good pick.
I mean, on the Vikings side, Cousins struggled through 2 picks, only threw for $139, which is the complete opposite of what he's been doing all season. I mean, Alexander Mattison got going on the ground a little bit, though. 17 for 95. He's looked better the last couple weeks.
Yeah, I guess you can say with Kirk, no garbage time yards this week.
No, sir.
Playing, and even though the Panthers lost, like, you got to be happy with how the defense played. They looked good. This was a good game, especially you're missing a couple guys, but Chin looked good. Jeremy Chin looked good, and honestly, like, Bryce Young, I had to think there. I was really close to saying Love again.
If you said Love again,
But
I was going to lose my
Bryce
shit.
Young didn't look terrible. I mean, 25 to 32 passing. I mean, they're still not really letting them open it up. Like, you saw Dalton get to throw a ton last week and throw it downfield, but, he was completing a lot of passes. Unfortunately, he got sacked 5 times, but he didn't turn the ball over. Or no, he did lose a fumble. Never mind. But still, he didn't throw any interceptions this week, so it seems like that week off maybe helped him a little bit.
Yeah, it's been being reported that the Panthers are looking for a receiver, but not just a receiver. They're looking for an alpha number 1 to pair with Bryce Young. Granted, they wish DJ Moore was that guy, but they had to part with him to get Bryce Young.
Yeah,
but
I also don't think DJ Moore is that true alpha number 1 that they're looking for.
I think he's a solid number 1. I think, ideally he's your number 2, and if he's your number 2, you're absolutely stoked with it. But yeah, so they're scouring the trade market. They really want to help Bryce Young. They believe in the kid. They believe in him long term. They want to get him help. I don't know either, because you're not making a move for a guy like Devontae if he becomes available. It just does not fit your timeline. I don't know who the hell they think they're to get. I don't know if they think
they don't really have any capital either.
T. Higgins is going to be on the way out.
Oh, they're going to pay him. That's a good point. Yeah, they're going to pay him fat next year probably.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, I don't think it would work out, but we'll see.
T. Higgins? I could see him going to get T. Higgins.
No, I could see that happening. I just don't think it's going to work out well, because I don't think T is a true number 1 either. It makes him look a lot better when you get to play with Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow.
Yeah, but he's a beast. I'm a big T. Higgins fan.
We'll see. I mean, we shall see. But all right, let's move on. Rams, Colts. This was a really good game, actually. Went into overtime. It started out like Rams blowout.
I was on Rams. You were on Colts. This was
Colts came storming back. So
Colts did come storming back.
Kyron Williams got in the end zone twice again. I mean, the guy's been a fantasy beast and a touchdown beast. Already 5 rushing touchdowns on the season.
Puka.
Yep, Puka looked good again. I mean, we'll see how it goes with Kupp coming back. We assume
First
this
career
week.
touchdown, game winner for Puka.
Yeah,
9 for
Stafford looked
163.
Stafford looked good again. And then on the other side of the ball, I mean, Richardson, you'd like to see him pass a little bit more efficiently. 11 for 25 is not great, but still, completing 11 passes and throwing for 200 yards, that's
2 touchdowns,
That's
no
pretty crazy.
interceptions. You know,
Yeah.
everyone thought he was going to have a lot more interceptions early in his career. He's protected the football well, and he has a lot of big explosive plays.
yeah, he's protecting the football well. He's just got to do better protecting himself.
Yeah, no, it's true.
But-
10
and
for
he ran-
56 and a touchdown on the ground now.
Love that as well.
How many rushing touchdowns does he have? I think he has like 5. I think he has like 5 rushing touchdowns already, which is crazy because he had a concussion in that one game early on, and he had 2 in that game. He could have ran for another.
Yeah. It was a good game, though. I mean, I honestly didn't think at halftime, I was like, oh, this one's over. It's 20-0. But, you know, it's hard for a rookie quarterback to be in that spot and then bring him back and force it in the OT.
Richardson looks legit, dude. I'm not going to lie. He does look legit early on in his career. Just wait till they get him more help.
I didn't
And
expect
now,
him to be this good right
Jonathan
away.
Taylor's coming back. That definitely is going to make
help
things
him out
easier
a
for the
lot,
young
yeah.
buck.
Yeah.
Now imagine a read option where you have Richardson at 6'5" and Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
come
that's
on.
gonna be awesome.
Come on.
I think that you've seen Zach Moss be good, so I think fantasy owners, you're gonna have a good Jonathan Taylor. So next up, we got the Bucks. They beat the Saints 26.
Let's go, baby. I was all over the Bucks. Shout out Baker. Shit on your Saints.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't know why the frick they played Derek Carr. I mean, he's got an AC sprain. There's a reason why he completed 23 passes. He was averaging 3.4 yards of completion. Like, why? Clearly, the guy wasn't good to go. There's a reason why at the end of the game, Jameis Winston came in, like, threw a pick. Like, I don't know.
It's 3.4 yards per attempt, by the way. Do you don't believe me? Pull up the calculator.
Shut up.
So it was even.
All right, you can correct me. I don't care.
No, it's like it was like five, a little over 5 yards per completion, which is
Right.
still terrible.
Okay, all right. You corrected me. You got me, all right?
You're upset. It's all right.
I'm
Go
super
Red Hawks.
upset.
Go Red
Super
Hawks.
up-
Right now.
No, I
Yeah,
mean, that's not like, I just like said the wrong thing.
Yeah, no,
I
I
was
got it.
talking
No, it's
fast.
all right, brother. It's all right. Yeah, your boy Carr looked like shit. I mean, you don't need all the numbers.
I mean, he was
He looked
injured.
like
I don't know
shit.
why they played him.
I
really-
respect the guy. The guy's got balls. He's a gamer. I respect the hell out
I
of him.
just don't understand. Like, it just doesn't make
MVP
sense for a team that's going to be in the playoffs. Like, why would you play him?
Well, you just assume they're going to be in the playoffs?
I know they are. I'm sticking behind it.
This is like Reagan on the golf course. He's like, dude, what do you mean? You could easily 2-putt from there, and you're like fucking 50 feet away.
Everything is easy.
It's just easily.
on
Oh, the Saints are
course.
easily making the
Well,
playoffs.
good thing when you're caddying for me,
easy chip
it'll
on
be
there.
easy for you
Ah,
to.
that's
it'll be
another
easy,
awful
It'll be
thing.
easy for you to listen to me
Yeah, that's
because I know the Giants are easily not making the playoffs.
No comment. I mean, if you're a Saints fan, though, at least Kamara. I mean, Jesus Christ, 13 catches,
Yeah.
but only had 33 yards.
Yeah, well,
I was
when-
like, how do
when
you
got
have
a
so many
quarterback
fucking
that-
fantasy
when you have a
points?
quarterback with an
Yeah, I
AC
saw
sprain,
that
he ain't
too.
throwing the ball far.
13 catches.
Dude, it was all
33
dump
yards.
offs. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, you'd like to see Kamara.
they're passes he's normally not going to make when healthy.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't see a lot of this game, but you'd hope that they get a little bit more production out of it. Like, you can make more guys miss. 2.5 yards per reception is pretty terrible.
Yeah, but I mean, like, a lot of it, like, I feel like normally he's not going to be getting that.
Probably caught on and knew that Carr can't even
Yeah,
throw
no,
it.
that's what I would do.
Yeah.
They were like, if you see the quarterback can't throw the ball downfield, like, and he's like, oh, he's gonna. Who else would he throw to? Alvin Kamara, the guy they just got back with fresh legs. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good point. On the Bucs side of the ball, Baker threw for 246, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Your boy Baker Mayfield.
My boy Baker. Keep
Did you
shaking
see
him,
the
Baker.
little hot mic thing at the end of the game?
No,
with
what'd he say?
Chris Godwin. I guess in motion, he said, my dick got hard when I saw you running in motion.
Baker said that?
Yeah.
Bro,
awesome.
my boy's funny as hell.
Dude, Godwin looked good too.
Yeah, with
Like,
Evans,
went down, but Godwin
hamstring,
stepped up.
correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
8
tough,
for
man.
114 for Godwin. Huge game.
That is huge. I mean, they're definitely going to miss Evans. So Evans has been so good to start the season. Him and
been
Baker
awesome
really
this year.
had a good rapport going. So that's a damn shame. That's a damn shame. But Bucks to the top of the division at 3-1, man. I think it's going to be a 3-team race. Fair to say Carolina's out of it.
Oh,
Bucks,
is that fair to say?
yeah, that's fair to say. The Bucks are definitely
What
better
gave
than
it
we.
away that one for?
Yeah, the Bucks are definitely better than we anticipated, though, Reagan.
Yeah. I mean, they almost hit their win total. What was it, like 4.5?
I think it was 6.5.
Was it? I don't know. I
Maybe
know it was
5.5.
low.
I'm just happy that Baker's really found a home in Tampa Bay. The way
Yeah.
he's playing, I mean,
Well, yeah, now they're not gonna.
Yeah.
They're not gonna
I'm
have one of
happy
those
for
top
Baker. I
draft
like
picks.
Baker.
they're not. So they're probably. I mean, if he keeps playing like this, man, he'll probably bring him back next year. I don't see why not.
Yeah, it's early. It's early, but yeah, how could you not bring a guy back if he plays like this all year?
Absolutely. So next we got NFC East matchup. Eagles. Great game. They beat the Commanders 34-31. Eagles 4-0. Although it's not been a pretty 4-0, they just keep winning, man.
Yeah,
Commanders at 2-2.
This Eagles team is just so deep. Like they're. Yeah,
Oh my goodness! Pause.
I wish my team was like this. This is what the type of season I was hoping for with the Jets. This team's just dominating everybody.
Undefeated? I think we're all rooting for that, brother.
Yeah, but I mean, even they won the close game. I mean, you'd like to see a better performance out of their defense. You don't love seeing Sam Howell throw like that.
That secondary looks shaky, brother. It looks shaky. I don't know why, but granted, the injury to Maddox definitely hurt, but it just looks shaky. I mean, if you're letting Howell throw for 290, fuck, even Mac Jones slung the ball around the yard around the yard against you. You know what I mean? Not good, but if you're a Commanders fan, you do like to see that's a good bounce back for Howell after that debacle against the Bills.
Yeah.
McLaurin had a great game, 8 for 86.
Brian Robinson got in, so
Brian Robinson punched it in. Yeah, only had 3.2 yards per carry though, but I kind of figured Philly would. I mean, we both took a money line, but I took them to cover the 8.5. I just kind of anticipated they'd dominate way more up front. I didn't think the Commanders,
just because it's a division.
They
game.
always play them tough too.
8.5 in a division.
They do always play the Eagles tough.
I
I don't know. I just hate that they let up 31 to the Commanders.
And how about like on the Eagles side also? How about AJ Brown 9 for 175 and 2?
Yeah, that's disgusting. The one touchdown he had where he was weaving through the traffic was fucking sick. Good. That was sick. I love AJ Brown.
I mean, this is definitely a big bounce back game for the Eagles offense, but 31 points to the Commanders. That's
first game.
That's
Jalen
scary.
Hurts has looked like the player he was last year too. I think.
Oh, he looked good last week.
Yeah.
I mean, throwing the ball, he's been shaky.
I'm surprised they didn't do the brotherly shove for a touchdown this week, though.
Yeah, they didn't need to.
That's a damn shame. Yeah, because AJ Brown was cribbing it from.
Yeah, you don't need to. You don't need to when AJ Brown's
60 yards out. Yeah, AJ Brown's a horse. Quick question for you, because friends asked me this: rank your top 5 or 6 NFC East wide receivers.
Wow.
It's tough. There's a lot of good receivers in the division. NFC East, brother.
Oh,
Yeah.
NFC East.
What are you manifesting him to the Giants over there?
I wish.
No, I'd probably go. Well, I could already roll. I don't even have to look at the Giants.
Oh, really? Because I had Jalen Hyatt at 1.
Oh, I figured as much.
Probably AJ,
Jokingly.
CD.
Jokingly. AJ, for me, it's Brown.
It's a good thing you said jokingly. I'm
It's-
sure everyone would
it's-
have been like, this guy really has
This guy doesn't know ball. Yeah, I had Brown 1, Devontae Smith 2, Lamb 3, McLaurin 4.
I think I go.
And then I had Jahan Dotson 5.
Yeah,
Smith.
I think I go Lamb
I
1,
like-
Brown 2,
I like-
McLaurin 3, Smith 4.
Oh, you're crazy for that, bro.
I don't hate that list.
No,
Dude,
I hate
McLaurin.
that.
Dude, look at the production McLaurin's done with
McLaurin's
terrible.
great.
No,
quarterback
trust me,
play.
I understand.
Like I can't. I
With
think
the
McLaurin's
quarterback
great.
play
No, I
that McLaurin's
understand.
had,
Smith.
It's
he's a
tough.
baller.
That's what I'm saying. It's tough.
Who
That
else
top
is there?
4.
Oh, didn't you say top 6 before?
I said 5 or 6. I just
But like,
fifth.
I don't even think there is anymore.
I had Jahan Dotson. 5th.
Yeah, that's like that's no.
Yeah, I mean maybe like.
Those
Randy
big 4
Cooks, I
though, like
guess.
you can almost
make
put them
an
in any
argument.
order, and you can make an argument for them in any
Yeah,
order.
those are the only 4 like elite in the division. So, but yeah, it's a good argument, honestly.
Yeah, no, I
It really
like it.
is. All right, next up we got the Titans in a just
Oh,
blowout
God.
game over the Bengals.
My Super Bowl pick does not look good, boys.
But
Does
hey,
not look good.
My
Joe
Titan
Burrow,
win total looks pretty good, and my Titans to win that division. They're in the thick of things.
Got out.
they are in the thick of things. They're
I mean,
2
he's
and
not
2.
healthy. Let's be honest.
Yeah, Burrow's fucking me in fantasy, 0 and 4. But yeah, I mean, I don't know
You
why.
you can't play this guy in fantasy. I was saying.
No,
like,
you
were
can't.
saying like
You can't.
when we were having the discussion
not
about
at all.
Jordan Love, you're like, oh, Joe Burrow's still gonna finish higher than Jordan Love by the end of the year. This guy, you cannot play him in fantasy. Like, honestly,
Shouldn't be
unless
playing
it's a
in the
dynasty
league right
league,
now.
unless it's a dynasty league, I drop Joe Burrow at this point. Like, what are you holding him for?
No way, dude.
What do you mean, dude?
You're not dropping Joe Burrow after
wait,
week
in Dynasty?
4.
No, not
Oh, I
dynasty.
thought
You're not dropping him after week 4. You have no idea how healthy he can get down the stretch. And if it comes playoff
Okay,
time,
so you
week
know what?
12 or 13,
So you're just
this
supposed to
offense
hold him
has
on your
been
bench?
elite.
I think if
You're
he
supposed to
keeps
just
playing
hold him
them,
on your
it's
bench?
Yeah, dude. Everyone holds 2 quarterbacks.
playing Hurts
I do
out.
not. And I do not hold 2 quarterbacks.
I hold 2 quarterbacks.
No way.
I don't hold 2.
Yeah,
not
I
a
hold
lot
2
of people
quarterbacks.
Waste of a bench spot.
Yeah, why would you waste the bench spot?
I mean, so you can stash a guy like fucking Joe Burrow and have someone else? Like, what do you mean?
Why would I
It's
want?
more
I'd
valuable.
rather have a running back on my bench that could take over the backfield.
Okay,
than
what
Joe
running
Burrow.
back? You can't say a running back. Like,
I don't know. Any second string running back that's on waiver wires, I'd rather have over Burrow. I'd rather have the chance of a guy to take over as the number 1 running back than a guy that we don't know if he's going to return to that point this season.
I mean, I think that's stupid. I won a league last year because I had Burrow and Justin Fields, and I traded Burrow because I had Fields on my bench, and then started Fields the rest of the way, and I didn't lose a game out. So.
All right. Well, agree to disagree. I think you can drop him.
I don't think you drop him. I think that's stupid.
Okay. Well.
After 4 weeks, but yeah, he's clearly hurt right now.
I didn't say dynasty, man.
I don't know why. I know. I'm saying redraft. That's stupid.
More and more beat up.
Yeah, I don't understand. You just signed him to the biggest fucking deal ever until Mahomes topped it like a week later, but you're trotting him out there with a bum calf. Like, it just seems like they're...
The guy's averaging 7.9 fantasy points right now.
That's terrible. Yeah. It's terrible.
Like, he's the 31st ranked fantasy quarterback. How are they not concerned? You can consider dropping him.
How are they not concerned about the Achilles is my question. You know what I mean?
Like, he has 31 fantasy points on the season, 4 games.
It's pathetic because he would drop that in 1 game last year.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I think you can drop him.
I would hold him. I would stash him, but
like
you do
depends what your depth on your team is looking like.
Yeah.
Like if you have like bench spots and you don't have really much depth.
I'd leave it at this. If he has another dud against Arizona, I'm dropping him. I'll hold him one more week. If he doesn't do
you have
you just said he's hurt.
No. Yeah, but if he can't do it against Arizona, like who is he going to do it against at this point? Unless you're just
well, I mean, he should have against Tennessee because Tennessee's gotten lit up through the air all fucking year and they still only scored 3 points.
So who can he do it against? Like
Jamar Chase, God damn it, only had 73 yards. We were off by 8, boys.
Close.
Off by 8 yards.
Well, it didn't matter anyways.
It would have been nice.
But yeah, that did blow our parlay.
It was already dead before
it was already dead at fucking 11 in the morning, thanks to you.
Yeah.
Drinking my coffee, watching my bet.
Yeah, I woke up, everyone's sitting down, having some pancakes, and they're like, no, parlay's busted.
At least I got your anger out early. At least you didn't have to go in
and
be like, oh, fuck, Chase, fuck you. At least it was already over anyway, so.
Yeah, that's a good way
of
making yourself feel better.
Yeah, so you're welcome.
Horse Henry did Horse Henry things, though, brother. Yeah. 22 for 122 and a touchdown.
Had more passing touchdowns than Burrow.
Yeah, that jump pass was sick. And he did
have like one of those a year.
That was a long that touchdown run he had too. That 30-yarder was
pass.
sweet.
I was like, yeah, a whole long 2 yards.
No, I'm talking about the run, motherfucker.
2's not too small. Pretty far.
Sounds like you know.
Yeah, apparently.
God, those horse tranquilizers didn't work.
You could tell me how it feels sucking down footlongs tomorrow, but
yeah, I'm not looking forward to that. But yeah, my Bengals Super Bowl looks pretty chalked. This team's, I think they're doomed, man, because Burrow's.
That's another thing.
When is he getting healthy?
That's another reason for fantasy.
Not
you got to think about it. Like,
not for down the stretch.
This team continues to lose and can't wins games. Like, when do they shut them down?
Yeah, I mean,
if they get to a point where they're like 3-7, 3-8, and they got to like win out essentially to make the playoffs. Like, they're just going to shut them down.
Like their investment shut them down. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's
clearly they don't care about their investment. They're throwing him out there when he's not healthy.
Yeah, but he's definitely just like, put me in the fucking game. Like, I'm fine. But clearly he's not fine.
Well, we'll see. We'll see next week. That'll be another big test. You got to see. Hopefully he can continue to get healthy because it sucks seeing him be like this.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be back with the 4 o'clock games. What's up, everyone? As you can tell, the audio has sounded much better this episode. That's because we brought Nate Finkst on from Finkst Filmed. That's his Instagram, so you can check him out there. But yeah, he's been helping us out a ton with the production, so we're going to continue to try to get that better for you guys. If you want to check out more of Nate's stuff, like I said before, his Instagram is Finkst Filmed. And they're coming out with a movie, actually, on October 13 called Just Dessert. So make sure you check it out. Give them a follow. Thanks, guys. Welcome back in, everybody. We got the 4 o'clock games here. I'm here with the energy and my co-host, Glizzy Gladiator Tong over there. What do you got to say?
About what? The 4 o'clock games?
Yeah, what did you think? Not a lot to say here. Just a couple blowouts.
He's ready to go.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready to rumble.
Let's start with the Chargers-Raiders.
Oh, you mean just the Khalil Mack sack fest?
That was a big sack fest.
Yeah.
6 sacks in one game. The 5th player in NFL history to accomplish such a feat. Revenge game against the Raiders. Herbert didn't even throw for a lot of yards. I mean, I thought he was going to torch his secondary a lot more. Only threw for $167, 1 touchdown. Joshua Palmer's over did hit. I fucking knew it. 3 for 77. But I was playing him in fantasy in two leagues, and I was like,
Oh, you hear that, guys? This guy won't.
Fucked.
This guy's not going to give you the good plays. He's going to put it. You know what? That's not cool. If you like a play, you got to give it out. Got to give it out.
I did. I said in the pod, Josh Palmer over.
Oh, I thought you were saying you were considering it for your lockable parlay.
No. Well, I was. I actually was considering it. I was, but I went with Jamar.
We'd be dancing, pointing our fingers at Dave and Reagan.
Yeah, we'd be dancing.
Well, if I actually took Trevor Lawrence's underdog, then you would be pointing it at Dave. So, But yeah, I mean, the Chargers looked good here. Herbert did enough to get the job done. He didn't pass for a ton of yards, like only 167. Granted, he got hurt, so.
I just said that, motherfucker. You just copied what I just said.
I just thought I could say it better. And I'm not going to lie, I didn't even know you said that.
Yeah, you just zone out when I talk, huh, motherfucker?
Yeah, you're kind of boring.
It was really the defense that won this game for him. I mean, Asante Samuel Jr. had that pick in the end zone, which honestly, he could have cribbed that. He almost made it a little sweaty at the end.
No, the defense really did.
Why was Staley telling him to go down?
Dude,
I hate Brandon Staley.
The defense really did step it up. Like, I mean, Samuel had that pick at the end, too. I don't know if you guys saw. No, I'm just fucking with you.
Dude, it was almost another classic Brandon Staley blowing the game at the end when they went for it on that fourth down on their own 30-yard line, touchdown, and then they're lucky Samuel got that pick. I mean, Staley almost blew another.
They could very easily be 0-4 right now.
They could very easily be 0-4. They're such a quirky team that they look so good on paper and
quirky.
They play well. You like that word?
Yeah.
But they just play everyone
quirky
close.
bugger.
I mean, Aiden O'Connell did not look good. Held the ball clearly way too long. If Khalil
Yeah.
Mack sacked him 6 fucking times himself.
Plus, this O-line's terrible.
O-line's not good.
That's what I was saying. This is one of the other teams, like when we were talking about the Giants O-line, their O-line is bad. And on top, I mean, granted, when you got a rookie quarterback, like you said, he's holding the ball a lot more than he probably should. There's a reason why he fumbled it 3 times, but only 2 of them were lost. But
jeez, man. Jeez.
Still, I mean, at least he was moving the ball down the field a little bit. I mean, he definitely showed a little bit of flash in this game. And it doesn't help when Devontae Adams missed some time.
Yeah, I mean, Devontae had the shoulder, came back in, but, you know, that could have just been adrenaline pumping.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It'll be interesting to see if that holds him back.
Yeah.
A little bit. But he still did his thing, 8 for 75. Leading receiver was actually Jacobs, 8 for 81. So, I mean.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense, though, if you think about it, like with the rookie quarterback.
Yeah, a lot of check downs.
Set up some easy plays for him to get him in a rhythm.
But yeah, I was all over the Chargers, man. You had the Raiders, I believe.
I had them to cover and the
correct?
Chargers to win, yeah.
Yeah, so you had the Chargers to win. It was
close.
close.
I told you this game was going to be one score.
Yeah, it was close. Raiders are now 1-3.
Not as close as I'd like it.
I mean, be interesting to see, man. Check out my blog if Devontae wants
They're going to get it done against Green Bay this week. Devontae Adams' revenge game. Come on now.
You think Devontae Adams goes off?
Oh, hell yeah.
I don't know, man. I think he's going to want to request out.
If
they lose again, if they go 1-4, I can see him being like, "Give me the fuck out of here."
Yeah. Only time will tell, man. Only time will tell.
He already wants out of there.
I know. I mean, that's what I'm saying.
All right, next up, the biggest blowout of the week. The Cowboys,
Get
38.
right game. Get right game.
Keller's
for the boys.
Patriots, 3. Cowboys kicked the shit out of them. Granted, the Patriots, we talked about it. They lost 2 of their best defenders in Judon and Gonzalez, so that doesn't help. But, yeah, this was a nice get-back game for the Cowboys. You had them covering, right?
No, I had the Pats, bro.
Wow.
So bad.
But, I mean, this is a huge game for the Cowboys. They showed why they're one of the more dominant teams in the league. I mean,
man.
Dak looked good. 261 for 1. 28 to 34 passing, so you love to see that. I mean, they didn't really run the ball a ton, or they tried to run the ball a ton. They weren't super efficient, but this New England's got a pretty stout run defense. And then Jake Ferguson was super involved this week, so you like to see that for fantasy. There's not a lot of good tight ends out there, so he's a guy, if he's on your waiver wire, definitely be looking to get him.
Yeah, they kind of spread the ball around a lot through the air and on the ground, but
yeah.
This game was just won by their defense. They shut down Mac Jones and this New England offense.
Yeah, they had two touchdowns from their defense.
Yeah, Mac threw 2 picks, went 12 of 21. Ramondre, 14 for 30. I mean, I thought Zeke was going to have a better day. They said he was going to get starter-like reps before the game because he's been playing well, and he just didn't. He had 6 carries for 16 yards.
Yeah, I mean, when you're getting blown out that hard, it's kind of hard to stick to the run game.
Not much to say here. Patriots are 1-3, bottom of the division. I mean,
what I will say is
they beat the Jets though, barely. But
I'd like to say better days ahead for this team, but I don't know. With those 2 losses on the defense, I don't know.
Yeah, I think they're going to be a bad team, especially
because their offense, their defense is their strong point. And
I don't know the extent of Gonzalez's injury. I don't know how bad it is.
They said indefinitely, so at least in the short term, he's going to be out.
Jeez, man. Yeah, I mean.
So.
The way their offense looks, too, with Mac Jones, they're a bad team. They're just a bad team.
Yep.
All right, next we got Cardinals at the Niners. Niners beat them 35-16 to improve to 4-0, improve their dominant stretch. We were both on the Cardinals covering the 14, and they were up until the 4th quarter when the Niners just scored 14 unanswered and put them away.
Yeah.
That's kind of what the Niners have been doing. They pull away late in games.
freaking.
They wear on you.
Well,
McCaffrey.
when you had a guy like McCaffrey, yeah.
Jesus
just
Christ,
by
man.
far the best running back in the NFL right now.
100, yeah, that's not even a question. 177 total yards, 4 touchdowns. He's
I mean,
on pace for over 2,000 yards and like 28 fucking touchdowns
yeah.
right now. It's
I mean,
crazy.
the guy can do everything. He can do everything.
He scored every game.
Like, even if he wasn't a running back, I'd still think he'd be a top 24 wide receiver in the league if you just lined him out in the slot.
Oh,
I mean,
absolutely.
He's so freaking good.
And I love Brandon Ayuk, bro. Ayuk 6 for 148. He's looked so good early in the season.
Yeah, I mean,
Him and Brock
Debo
Purdy.
was obviously limited in this game, but still, Ayuk stepped up. Like he
I
just
think
got a
Ayuk's
huge
their
game
one. I think he's better than Debo now.
as a receiver, probably. But Debo's just super dynamic. So
Yeah, but they don't use him as a runner since they got McCaffrey.
I know.
You know what I mean? They got McCaffrey. They're like, we have 2 guys. Like Debo could play running back and McCaffrey could play receiver,
Yeah,
and then
nice.
you could flop them. But they
What a
really
bad,
don't.
what a hard problem for them to have.
Yeah, I mean that's why their offense is just unstoppable. Shanahan's a fucking mastermind.
Yeah, and then
love
on the
Shanahan.
Cardinals side, I mean, Dobbs actually had a decent game for fantasy. I mean, 265 for 2 and 48 rushing yards. But when you can't play game manager check down, you actually got to throw the ball. It's never a good situation for this Cardinals team. I don't think they're going to win a lot of games if Dobbs has got to continue to pass like that.
No, I mean they were hanging in there though up into the fourth quarter, man.
Hollywood
They're 1-3,
looked good.
but they play everyone tough. I
They
mean
do.
the score looks deceiving here at 35-16, but they play everyone tough.
Yeah.
I think they definitely gained a lot of respect around the league.
Oh, yeah, 100%. And Marquise, Hollywood looked good. The rookie Michael Wilson had a big game, 7 for 76 and 2.
Yeah, I mean you like to see that. You'd like to see any young bucks stepping up for that team.
Yes, out of Stanford. I know the reason he fell in the draft was because he dealt with some injuries. He was an older guy. Because, I mean, he's 23 at this point as a rookie, so that's on the older
I've seen
side.
older.
But
I've seen older.
yeah, well,
Crazy.
it's pretty easy to beat. But, so, yeah.
All right, now we got to get into our 2 teams, Reagan. We'll start with your Jets.
Yeah,
Losing 23-20 to the defending champs.
super
Played
happy
him
with
tough.
that.
Played him tough, man.
So tough. If you were to tell me coming into that game, hey, you're going to be down 17-0, and Zach Wilson's going to be able to play well enough that you guys are tied 20-20 going into the fourth quarter, I'd be like, no way. No way.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean,
Wilson
Zach
played
Wilson,
well.
outside of the fumble, he had a freaking great game. He looked like a franchise quarterback. Granted, I don't think he ever plays like that again. Like, that might be too good to be true, but I have nothing negative to say about the way he played.
Dude,
Played awesome.
I find myself rooting for Zach Wilson now.
How can you not?
Yeah.
How can you not? Like
Like, you
all these
can't.
people, like the Rodney Harrison shit, like everyone's
That
trying to
was
shit on him,
ridiculous.
calling him garbage,
That
like
was
kicking
so
him,
unprofessional.
kicking him when he's down. Like, man,
It's crazy
I wasn't a
because-
Zach Wilson fan last year because it seems like he really matured. Like last year when it was like, oh, do you feel like that's on you? Like you let the defense down? He's like, no. Like I didn't like that Zach Wilson. But I said when we were watching Hard Knocks, like it looks like he's really embracing this and learning from Rodgers and
will
wants
say-
to become a better teammate and leader
Yeah.
and all that shit. And I think he's done it. He's like, that's on me. Like I lost us the game. He takes on the chin. And he's just been humble all season. I am actually rooting for him, and I think a lot of people have kind of flipped and are rooting for this kid now.
How could you not? And on top of that, all these media guys are just giving him so much motivation. I mean, this guy's got to have the most motivation in the league when every national media outlet is just shitting on you all the time.
Absolutely. But even his own
So-
teammates, it seemed, were shitting on him.
Yeah.
Like, which
I-
getting
I-
leaked,
I-
which you don't like that, but
Yeah.
maybe...
Like clowns like Joe Namath.
Yeah, but maybe this type of thing where you have a guy like Rodney Harrison calling him out, or like maybe other players calling him out as well. Maybe the guys in the locker room are like, wait, what the fuck are we doing? That's our guy.
Yeah.
Let's stand
Yeah,
up for our
no.
guy. Maybe you can bring them closer together. Like, I don't know. You saw Pat say to Zach after the game, like, play like that all year.
Yeah, a game like that definitely brings the team together. Because even though you lost, like, the defense is going to be happy because, hey, that guy that we've been losing a lot of these games because is finally putting it together. So, and Garrett Wilson, 9 for 60. You'd like to see more downfield targets, but I mean, 14 targets. As a fantasy owner, you love
That's
to
good.
see that.
Pump the ball to Wilson.
I love
man.
to see that because I was like, just to get him the touches, and the Jets finally made sure to get him the touches. You'd like to see more yards, but 14 targets.
I love it.
I'm not going to complain with that.
I know that they've been playing from behind the past several weeks, but like Breece Hall only getting 6 carries is just criminal.
I can't wait for them to take the safety blanket off of him and just let him go.
I
Like,
know. And they also need to get stop giving the ball to Dalvin Cook. He looks bad, dude.
Yeah, I mean,
He's
he only
looked
had
bad
5
all year.
carries
He
in
looks
this game,
slow.
but yeah,
He looks slow.
He's cooked. I keep saying it. He's cooked. Like,
Cook is cooked.
yeah.
Cook is cooked.
But
Did
Breece
you
Hall,
just come up with that? That should go on a
That
T-shirt.
is- that's
That's
way to
good.
get
That's
there. Yeah.
yeah.
Red Hawks.
no.
Oh yeah. I got another one for you guys.
Cook is cooked though, brother. That's on the Chiefs side, Mahomes did not look like his normal
No, this
self. Couple
defense had
bad
his number.
interceptions.
This defense
Couple
had his
really
number.
that one in the first half, they kind of just floated right to him. I mean, that was really bad.
Yeah, I don't know
Very
what-
unlike him.
I honestly think the Chiefs just came and underestimated him. I think Mahomes just thought he was going to be able to do what he wanted, and this defense wasn't going to allow any points.
Yeah, maybe the Taylor Swift hype is catching up this team a little bit.
To, like, impress her.
I guess so. I don't know.
Pacheco did have a good game. His return to Jersey, 20 for 115 and 1 touchdown. We talked about it earlier.
Why didn't we talk more about that?
Fucking bullshit that they scanned up to fucking Taylor after Pacheco was scored and was doing his dance.
Yeah, like she called the play or something.
Yeah, I mean, I know if I was watching the game, I would rather see that. As a Jet fan, I don't need to see him dancing after a touchdown. So the Jet fan in me is okay with that, but the football fan with me agrees with you guys.
Yeah, that's fucked up, bro.
Wow.
That's fucked up.
Wow.
That's fucked up. Kelsey did not score in front of Taylor.
No, he really.
Yeah,
they kind of bottled him up, 6 for 60. I mean,
sure, so many people took him to score just because Taylor Swift was going to be there.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Why are you? What are you apologizing for?
Just feel bad that the Swifties are upset.
Oh, that's very kind of you, brother.
Yeah, I want to get on their good side.
You're a good guy.
We can't have all the Swifties we got to have the Swifties have some respect for this podcast.
Chiefs are 3-1 now. Looks like they're going to be a top team in the AFC once again. The defense looks legit. The Jets sitting at 1-3.
I don't even know if you can say that defense looks legit.
Chiefs?
Dude, they allowed Zach Wilson, a guy who's been struggling all year, to do that on prime time.
They were like the 6th-ranked defense before that game, brother.
I know.
Their defense is
that's what I'm saying.
good.
So maybe
And they've played Detroit. They've played Jacksonville. They played the Jets. And who did they play week 3?
Blanking out, but
Denver,
Bears.
Oh,
the Bears. Yeah, whatever.
So you just think this was more of a fluke, and Zach Wilson, or you think Zach Wilson's a little bit better, and it was a fluke?
I mean, they still only scored 20 points, dude. It's not like they hung 30 on the Chiefs. Like that's like the first time the Jets have really looked competent, and they still only scored 20 points. So
that's why
I don't think it's that crazy.
Like giving them like gifts.
Yeah. Also, 2 bad turnovers, but I mean, it's defense looks legit for the Chiefs. They're gonna be.
Yeah.
I mean, they're probably gonna be the 1 seed again. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
The Jets, they look kind of.
We were doubting them last year, and look what happened. So.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say probably will be because I mean Buffalo looks legit, Miami still looks good, but I think it's between those 3 for that 1 seed.
For sure.
Hey,
Baltimore's 3-1. Baltimore's 3-1.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but we'll see. We'll see.
All right, last. Oh my God, I wish we didn't have to talk about this game. Giants,
but we do.
Seahawks, 24-3.
Geno Smith gets his revenge.
We'll start out with Drox Locks improving to 3-0 with Daniel Jones over rushing. So I mean that was a positive to take from it.
Also, I don't have to eat 9 hot dogs. Another positive.
That's on the negatives that I got to throat 9 glizzies, drink 9 beers, probably gain 9 pounds in the process.
Colin gets to show the fans why they call him the throat goat.
Whoa, hey, yo, I don't think that's my name.
Also,
yeah.
Can we talk about LT? Reagan and Joe met LT.
And Otis Anderson was there too. We got to meet LT. We got a picture with him, which is up on social media if you guys want to see it. I actually...
is he the GOAT, Reagan?
Yeah.
Is he the defensive GOAT? Defensive GOAT.
Probably not because he big dicked me, but
yeah. I want to say what Reagan asked him about the Jets.
Yeah, so I was like, hey, LT, what do you think about Zach Wilson as a Jets quarterback? And he was like, I ain't watched no damn Jet games.
He looked at him for like a solid 5 seconds, and he was just like blown away that this kid was even.
I don't watch no damn Jet
Jets.
games.
Yeah,
that's fucking great.
I don't care.
You got big dicks, brother.
At least I was man enough to ask him a question. Joe was like shaking. He's like, Mr. Lawrence, sir, can I get a picture?
No, not sure. I had respect for him. I know he didn't want to talk about football.
On this game for Around the Felt, those are the only positives that we got was Drox Locks proving to 3-0, and the boys got to meet
the
defensive GOAT.
Hey, I said Seattle's winning this division, so that's a positive for them.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, they're 3-1. They look pretty good, but I still don't think they're beating the Niners.
Hey, we'll see.
We kind of dove into this game a lot earlier, but I mean, the Giants just look pathetic. I mean, Jones got sacked 10 times. He threw 2 picks.
Paris Campbell got sacked once, too. Don't forget about that.
Yeah, I mean.
I didn't even know that. I thought Jones got sacked.
It was a backward pass with a double pass, and they just blew it up right away.
Yeah.
Jones 10 for 66. Breida 14 for 30. Just no fucking running game. Their offense is very predictable. Something's got to change in New York, man. I don't even want to dive into it more.
Let's talk about this. Yeah, we talked enough. Let's talk some Seattle.
It's pathetic.
Yeah, let's talk some Seattle. So positives from this, Kenneth Walker continues to look good on the ground.
I do love K9.
Geno Smith obviously left the game, but he came back in, so that Seattle fans are probably happy about that because I don't think this team's very good with Drew Lock. I mean, he was able to move the ball for that one drive, but still.
Well, that was a fluke, busted coverage where he just threw to a tight end in the flat that was uncovered.
Exactly.
And
so outside of that,
but Drew Lock had a lot of bad passes,
that's
a lot of inaccurate passes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So Seahawks fans rejoice. Geno came back in. And the defense, I mean, granted, the Giants' offense is terrible this year, but their defense did look good.
Back out again.
Yeah, Jamal, which you hate to see because he looked good in the first couple plays. I mean, he had 2 tackles right away.
I couldn't tell from the stance.
Concussion.
Was it? Yeah, but was it like a knee to the head or something?
I didn't see the play.
When he tackled, when he
Reagan
tackled
and I were
Jones.
a little
Jones
busy,
was
but
scrambling.
We saw that
but
he was screaming at the
trainer, yeah.
one of the trainers that told him that he was out of the game. He was one of the doctors, and not a good look.
Yeah, I know. It was just Jones' scramble, and then it kind of looked like he went low on Jones. So
Freaking Bobby Wagner, 17 tackles and 2 sacks, 2 tackles for a loss. I mean, that guy is still getting it done.
I mean, look, Wagner had 2 sacks. Jordan Brooks had 2 sacks. Devon Witherspoon had 2
I know.
fucking
I'm just
sacks.
more so saying,
Nwosu had 2 sacks. It's crazy.
Bobby Wagner at age 33 is still just a dominant tackle machine.
He is. No, he's a beast.
And big game for Julian Love again, revenge game. 10 tackles.
Yeah.
I mean, he's looked pretty good coming over to Seattle this year.
His coverage has been shaky.
He's getting a lot of tackles, though. You like to see that.
Yeah, he's always been a short tackler, and I actually saw a Giants guy was like, they're missing so many tackles. Eyes are on McKinney and Pinnock in the back end because you're playing Julian Love, who's always a short tackler.
Yeah.
And you let him go, and now you got
A tackling problem.
now you have a tackling problem. It's a problem. So.
And a big game for Witherspoon, which we talked about before, but he's a name that keep an eye on for that Defensive Rookie of the Year throughout the season.
Yeah, I mean, one thing I will say about this Seahawks offense is it doesn't seem like they're using a ton of 3 wide receiver sets. JSN has just not been nearly as involved as I thought he was going to be.
Pete Carroll doesn't want to do that. That's the
know.
thing.
He doesn't want to do it, but I'm like, well, why'd you take a 3rd wide receiver?
I mean,
at
probably
pick 20?
because it's
they're
probably
not
more of
using him
in
at
their
all. It's
future
kinda
plans, if I had to guess.
Yeah, I mean, I understand it, but JSN was like pro ready, I thought.
Yeah.
Like he was a fucking beast at Ohio State.
I mean,
He had 6 targets, but only 3 catches for 5 yards. He really has not been involved.
Yeah, he only has
on.
12 catches on the year for 62 yards, so it's
him
not
and
even like
Quentin
they're using him
Johnson have
downfield.
been, not very effective this year.
I know.
2 very high draft picks.
Who would have thought of those 4 first-round wide receivers, it'd actually be none of them really dominating, but Puka Nacua got.
I mean, Addison's had 2 good games so far. He's looked.
Yeah, but he just put up a goose
so
egg.
is Zay Flowers. Yeah, he did put up a goose egg.
Yeah, Zay's been productive as well.
So those 2 have looked good.
Yeah, but
yeah, I wouldn't have guessed Puka Nacua. I agree. All right, so finally, that's that. But let's do our quick Thursday night breakdown quick before we wrap things up.
Yeah, that's that.
That's that. I mean, do you want? If you want, all right, we'll go back into it. Let's open it back up.
No,
I was shutting that can of worms,
good.
but since you Giants fans want to keep talking about it, we'll go back into it.
Not what we were saying.
So let's no. Let's go back into it. That's that.
What is this? The Looney Tunes?
All right. All right, you guys want to talk about it more? You freaking jokesters. You fucking jokesters.
Brother. All right, we got a very ugly game this Thursday coming up. The
really?
Bears at the Commanders.
Can't be any worse than the Monday night game we watched.
Shut the fuck up.
Or how about that Sunday night game we watched week
All right,
one?
bud.
Fuck you guys.
right,
Commanders are winning this. Commanders are covering here. The line's set at 5.5 right now. I think this Washington team is just significantly better than this Bears team. Like, outside of last week, Bears haven't really shown shit. And last week they blew it to another 0-3 team that's now 1-3. So, yeah, I think this is a pretty easy cover for Washington. Oh! For Washington at home. Started to stutter on my words there.
Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
dude.
It's always like the last game we get to it, and Reagan just starts choking on his words. Like, spit it out, brother.
It's too much talking, man.
Spit it out, brother.
I'm running out of
He's
gasoline.
jealous that he's not going to be the one sucking down hot dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hate to do it, but I have to agree with you. I'm taking the Commanders' money line, and I'm going to take him to cover. I just don't know how you can put any faith in this Bears team. Although Fields did look better, he's starting to get a better connection with DJ Moore. Blowing a 28-7 lead against the Denver Broncos is pretty fucking pathetic. So I don't know how you can have any confidence back in the Bears. So I'm going to roll with the Commanders both as well.
Big Brian Robinson game. Calling it now.
Ooh, I don't mind that. I think Jahan Dotson scores. How about that call?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't even know if they're going to need to do a ton of passing, to be honest. I think they're just can run it down the Bears' throat if they really want to.
I think they can do whatever they want to these Bears.
Yeah, I agree.
They can't stop a nosebleed.
I'm just going with Brian Robinson because I think Washington's going to be up big so they can just run out the clock.
I like it. I think that's a good call.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that concludes our Week 4 recap. Stay tuned later this week to watch me throw out some dogs.
That'll be awesome.
And, yeah, we'll have the Week 5 preview.
Yeah, we're going to be doing it during the Phillies-Marlins game, too. So, you got anything to say about that? It doesn't matter what you got to say, as long as your throat's ready to save your words. We don't.
Go Marlins.
I think I'm gonna.
Wow.
I think I'm gonna.
Fuck the Phillies.
I think I'm gonna root for the Phillies.
Well, I'm
that
just going to root
crazy?
for you to get all 9 hot dogs down. That's what I'm gonna root for.
Oh, I'll get him down. All right. I'll get him down. All
I'm
right.
cheering for the dogs. They need a home in your gut.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in.